Oh, hello. In this video, we're going to speculate wildly about the Warhammer Fest online 2022 event that's happening from the 4th to the 7th of May that was previewed today on the Warhammer community website. Before I start, I want to say I think it's a little bit of a shame that Warhammer Fest is online. I missed the big in-person events at the what used to be called the Rico Arena. I think they turned the Rico Arena into one of the hospitals for COVID, one of the kind of field hospitals, and now I think the whole thing's being refurbished, but I guess they could go back to the NEC in Birmingham if they wanted to have a big in-person event again. That'd be really cool. But no, we're getting an online event, but it is over 4 days, so that's pretty cool. Let's look at what we got so far from the website. So they gave us basically two images. We've got the thumbnail from the video. The video itself doesn't really have anything useful in it. It's just Adam Troke talking about Warhammer Fest, doing his thing in his little studio, in his hype voice that he has. He's got one job and he's very good at it. And they gave us the silhouette, which we'll talk about more in a minute. They gave us the cryptic banners that we're going to have a look at, okay? And they also told us that on Wednesday, it was all going to be at Warhammer 40k. Thursday's Age of Sigmar, Friday, Skirmish Games. Now, interestingly, in the video, Adam Troke says it's Kill Team, Necromunda, and Warhammer Underworlds, and the graphic says Kill Team, Necromunda, and Warcry. So, not sure which is true, or if it's going to be all four, but certainly what we're all here for is the Kill Team stuff, and that's certainly where I'm going to spend the most time in my presentation today, although I am going to talk about a bit of everything, because hey, I'm a general Games Workshop hobbyist, even though this channel has a Kill Team focus. So, let's start speculating about 40k. We're given a line in the text. The action kicks off on the 4th of May with a day dedicated to Warhammer 40,000, including more than a few unexpected surprises. So the first thing is to look at the flags. Very clearly we've got Chaos Space Marine. Hang on, let me get my pen. So we've very clearly got the Chaos Space Marine flag here, this one. And we know we've been expecting the Chaos Space Marines for a very long time. Really interested to see the Chaos Space Marine Codex. I think there's going to be some interesting stuff in there for people, even if they don't play Chaos Space Marines. I'll talk more about that later. We've also got this generic Chaos symbol, which could just be tied in with the Chaos Space Marines. If you look at the banners, they tend to give 2 banners per thing. And we've got the squats here, obviously. Sorry, the Leagues of Voter. I'm going to call them squats. Games Workshop probably don't want me to call them squats, but squats. And then this other weird symbol that's in the same style as the squats. It's got the same banner top as the squats, the same palette as the squats. Now, can I say I'm surprised that they're going to tease a lot more about the squats? I really thought that the squats would be one of them slow burn, long development things like Sisters of Battle when they first came back into plastic were, and that we'd get a lot more codexes out before squats. It's beginning to look like squats might be the next book now. After we've got Chaos and Imperial Knights, then we're going to have Chaos Space Marines, and then are we going to have squats? And that leaves Chaos Demons and Tyranids. Not Tyranids, Imperial Guard, totally different. Like, no one's talking about Chaos Demons or Imperial Guard. Are they just not going to get a book this edition? Who knows? And then this fella. This is Angron. I am prepared to put money down on it. This is the Demon Primarch Angron. People say it's not big enough. How can you make that assertion? You cannot. There's nothing there to tell you scale, right? I think it's the Demon Primal Hangron. I think if you look at the wings here and you compare them to the wings on the plastic Bloodthirster kit, they look very similar. I think this is a corn symbol at a slightly weird angle. You can see it's 3 little feet though. I think he's doing some weird thing where Angron, he's got like his hands and there's chains here. I think we're going to have like a a thing where you've got these will be like his feet that are dangling in the air, and then he's got these big kind of claw feet going on. I think you're going to have a situation where it's like you've somehow got the Primarch Angron, and then you've got the demon behind him somehow. I think maybe they've reimagined him slightly. I don't know, but I'm convinced. Also, it's coloured red, right? Games Workshop loves to hide things in plain sight. I just think it's going to be Angron. I think they're going to go on mainly about they're going to lead with the Chaos Space Marines. They're going to talk about the squats, and then right at the end, they'll give us one of them tight pan shots of Angron just as a tease that the World Eaters are coming like much later. Because if the rumours are true, Khorne Berserkers are going to be absent from the Chaos Space Marine book, so there's going to be no way to play once the new Chaos Space Marine book comes out. There's going to be no way to play a Khorne 8 Space Marine army at all until the World Eaters book comes out following the Chaos Space Marine book. So it's going to have to come out pretty quickly. I think it could come out with when it comes out, it's obviously going to include the Demon Primarch Angron. So that's what I think that is. Yeah, I'd be interested to see what's happening with squats. Like, I suppose they showed off completed painted models. Maybe they have. Maybe it's going to be like Sisters, where they have a whole launch box to show off. Like they're going to do like a pre-launch box, and then that's going to be all you get for quite a little while. If they did that with Sisters, it was like a month or 2 months between the first initial box and then with more monopose things in, and then the full release. Maybe that's what they're going to do with squats. Now, we're going to talk about Kill Team later on. It's worth noting these squat flags could be Kill Team related. I mean, I actually would make perfect sense for squats to come in Kill Team. I don't now think that they will, but they could come in Kill Team first. But I think we're going to see something a bit different from squats. Age of Sigmar, I really like Death in Age of Sigmar. I really like Skeletons in Age of Sigmar. The only thing I get from the flags, from these two flags, is Sylvaneth. Like, this all looks very tree-y, right? And wibbly. And this has got leaves on. And it just looks very Sylvaneth. Are they both Sylvaneth? Sylvaneth are definitely due a battle tome. That's all I get. It says, though, in the text, new units, new characters, and battle tomes, plural. And according to the roadmap they did, there's going to be a Chaos one before the next Order tome. So Sylvaneth will be an Order tome. What's the Chaos one going to be? It could be Beasts of Chaos. Does anybody get Beasts of Chaos from either of these banners, who's maybe more up on Age of Sigmar lore? Like I say, my interaction with Age of Sigmar is basically just to robotically purchase skeletons, because I think skeletons are neat, but I don't deeply follow the lore or the meta. It's like my third or fourth most popular game. So if you've got a better idea, if you're going to tell me, oh yes, this is definitely like a rune that means something, it's on page 64 of this book, then please do let me know. But as far as I can see, we're going to get Sylvaneth. There must be more than just Sylvaneth to round out a whole day, a whole show, a couple of hours at least. But that is really all I get. Right, the main event, Kill Team, Warcry, Necromunda. Going to talk a lot about Kill Team because this is a Kill Team channel. So there's two flags in the familiar Kill Team, black and orange, that are, I think, hinting at the next Kill Team release. They're weird symbols. So we're going to start with this one. To me, this is obviously a chaos symbol. You know, you've got the arrows, the arrowheads that are a prime chaos motif, and you've got the skull. There's the little horn in the skull, you know, a little bit of mutation, and the little kind of weirdly mutated eyes here. Now, I don't think it's going to be Plague Marines. It'd be really weird if they did a big box with Chaos Legionaries in, and then the next big box was big box Plague Marines. I think that would be bizarre. Okay, looking at the Chaos Codex rumours, and this is why I said that the Chaos Codex was an interesting thing, it could be there are new, according to the rumours, there are new cultists, new human mutants, and new renegade guard, and new possessed, all coming in the Chaos book. So there's cultists, human mutants, and renegade guard. It always seemed weird from those rumours there will be 3 different categories of thing: cultists, human mutants, renegade guard. So I could see it being one of those. I can see people getting a bit hacked off because they're putting in a new thing that isn't directly kind of analogous to one of the compendium teams before they've updated all the compendium teams. What they could do, they could re-release the Galapox Infected, as I've said previously on this channel, or they could do a new thing that's similar to the Galapox Infected, where they're saying, here you are, this is the demon, the compendium demon analog for Kill Team. It's a new thing, it's got new fluff, new background, but it's what you're getting instead of demons, in exactly the same way that the Corsairs are the Eldar team, even though they're not Craftworld Eldar, but that's the sort of analog that they have. They are the Eldar team. You know, some kind of new, or it could be the Galapox Infected reissued, but some kind of demon adjacent chaos horde type thing that was built from the ground up for Kill Team and then had rules in the Chaos Codex for 40k. That would be quite cool. But I just don't know how people would feel about that, because Chaos Space Marines just came out, right? But this icon for me, like I've scribbled all over it now. I'm just gonna erase my scribbling so you can see what I'm talking about. This icon for me is undeniably Chaos. I can't see how it can be anything else. Now, this one is weird. So, in some ways, this is just the Kill Team icon with some bits missing. So if we were to fill in like the rest of this here, so it would kind of go like this and have these frills coming out here. Like that's the Kill Team icon, right? It just has it's got bits chopped off, but the skull with the sword in its mouth and the bionic eye. So there's 2 things that can be, well, 3 things it can be. It's either, broadly speaking, it's either going to be something Imperial, or it's just a placeholder graphic. Now, I'm leaning towards placeholder graphic, because if you think about how they revealed all the previous Kill Teams, okay, not the Orcs and the Krieg, they were shown off about the same. I think, or were the Krieg shown first? But certainly for the Tau and the Novitiates, they showed off the Novitiates first. And for the Chaos Space Marines and the Corsairs, they showed up the Corsairs first. In both cases, they showed off first at the preview event the half of the box that was the all-new models. And they didn't give you any kind of a hint as to what the other half of the box was going to be. So one possibility is this going to turn out to be an all-new Chaos Cultist / Mutant team, right? And that's what we'll see at the event. And then the opposing force is going to be not revealed, and then it's probably going to turn out to be Space Marines of some kind with an upgrade sprue, because as discussed, it's insane that they haven't done Imperial Space Marines yet. However, there could be things that icon signifies. So the skull there's nothing that exactly uses a skull like that with a knife in its mouth. So a skull with a knife through it could be the Space Marines. A skull with a knife in its mouth in a not that exact style but similar style could represent the Katachan Jungle Fighters. Although again, I think it would be very strange of them to do a second Imperial Guard team before they've done Imperial Space Marines. So my argument is it's going to be some kind of Chaos Mortals versus an unknown team that's probably Imperial. They could do Chaos Mortally things versus Squats. If they, I think that's still like a realm of possibility that they do like Squats versus Galapox Infected on a corridor board. As I said in a previous video, I would love to see a corridor board, but from what we have here, speculating on the evidence, that's what I think we're going to get. We're going to get some kind of new bespoke chaos thing with an outside chance that it's reissued Galapox infected. But if you've got a better idea, if you recognise either of those exact symbols from anywhere that I haven't mentioned, and you can be like, no, you're wrong, that exact symbol, that skull with the 4 bones, that is the symbol for the 3rd Nurgle cult, and it's definitely going to be Death Guard, or whatever you want to claim, please let me know in the comments. Necromunda, I haven't even bothered to put the 2 flags across. It's the Ash Waste. Well, they've got one flag that's just the generic Necromunda logo, and then one flag that is the Ash Waste Nomads logo. So, yeah, they've also previewed today like an Ash Waste Nomads boss fella on one of the big ticks, but this time with like more armor and stuff on. So I think that is going to be what we're getting. We're going to get revealed, like the next wave of stuff for the Ash Waste Nomads. I am finding it difficult to care about the Necromunda stuff. It looks kind of cool to me, but it's not my cup of tea. In the end of the day, I like different bits of the Necromunda universe. Warcry, I've got no idea unless it's more Sylvaneth. Underworlds, if Underworlds comes up like it said in the video, again I've got no idea unless it's more Sylvaneth. Just Sylvaneth for all the games. It's my only guess because it's the only clue they've given me. And then finally we got onto the Horus heresy. I feel like we all know what the Horus heresy is. So we got the Sons of Horus and the Imperial Fists flag. This is the mock-up of the leaked picture that we got so long ago about what's going to be in that box, plus photos from all the various bits that we've seen. There's a few more bits and pieces that have been seen on Warcom that we haven't seen in detail. But come on, it's this box. It's the the 20 or 30 beaky marines. It's the 2 characters that we've now seen on Warcom. It's the plastic tank that we've now seen on Warcom. There's going to be some Terminators that we've already seen, and there's going to be the plastic Dreadnought, which I don't know if it's a new kit or it's the existing plastic Contemptor, or it's the existing plastic Contemptor with a new sprue. But that's what it's going to be for Horus Heresy. I'm excited for Horus Heresy, but I'm not excited for the Horus Heresy launch box. Because it's going to be like £280 or something ridiculous, right? And it's going to be, I don't really like, I like the, or do I really want to cross this Rubicon and get into this on a Kill Team channel? But I like beakies. I like these beakies. I don't like these beakies for the Horus Heresy, because if you care about the fluff, and I feel like if you're playing the Horus Heresy beyond any other Games Workshop game, you should care about the fluff because it's born out of a series of novels. Like there shouldn't be this many beakies around the place unless you're playing like it's great for Raven Guard players. I can totally see that. Playing a whole Raven Guard army with all these models would be fantastic, but I don't want the box. I don't want this many beakies, but I really want a plastic Spartan. He's cool. Like he's really cool. I don't play anything except Kill Team. I don't think I'm allowed to have a Spartan in Kill Team, but I collect miniatures for all the games that I never play. So at some point I'll probably buy a Spartan, but then he's probably going to be hilariously expensive. But I kind of want one, right? Because it's amazing. Look at it. Yeah, final thoughts. So think about, I haven't put it on the slide because I'm very stupid, but think about the roadmap we originally got for Kill Team. So this box that they reveal is going to be the last box that we guaranteed in the Kill Team roadmap, after which they might do something else with Kill Team. I still think they might then go to like an annual a book, they'll skip a beat and they'll collect all together all the White Dwarf lists and things, and put a book out. Maybe they'll release some extra lists that are just in that book, right? So you have to buy it even if you've got all the White Dwarves. I really enjoy these kinds of videos, and they seem to do well on the channel. I love kind of pointless speculation. I know some people hate it. Mrs. Tabletop Impulse hates it when I make videos like this because she never wants to. She's like, you'll find out next week. Why don't you just have some patience? Why'd you have to worry about it? You'll find out next week. I love it. I love. If it's not for you, then I'm sorry, but if you have enjoyed the video, then like it, subscribe. Subscribe is the best thing you can do to help the channel. Everything else is secondary to you subscribing, but if you want to do more, leave me a comment, especially if you've got some more insight that I haven't got, right? That's really helpful. If you want to buy things, Element Games. If you want to watch along with the thing and have a little chat about it while it's on, if you join the Discord, I'll probably hang around in voice on the Discord, so people can have a little chat, or at least be typing to each other, depending on how busy I am on the different days, depending on what time it is and whether I'm still at work and that kind of thing, because they haven't shared times. But if I'm around, I'll be on voice on the Discord. Possibly not on Saturday because it's my kid's birthday, but on the other days, yeah. My stepson's birthday, not the new baby, that's not till September, yeah. And UK Games Expo. So if you've been following the Warhammer community website, you'll know there's going to be a kill team event on the Saturday at the UK Games Expo. I kind of want to go. I don't have a lot of spare cash, so I'm not going to be staying in the Hilton for £500 or whatever it is. I'm currently, like, Mrs. Tailswimples doesn't want to go because she's quite pregnant and she's quite scared of places she hasn't been before and crowds and all the rest of it. I'm trying to find out if Zimbad wants to go, but he's not. He's being non-committal in his way, so maybe I will do a day of it. I don't know. Live in Essex, so it's like a 2.5 hour. I know I sound like I'm from the north. I moved 7 years ago. It's a thing. It's like a 2.5 hour drive to Birmingham, and then so I have to leave here at 6 AM. Whether I want to do the thing where I leave at 6, drive for 2.5 hours, play in a tournament badly because I'm tired, and then not really, having paid to get an expo ticket, not really have a chance to look round the expo because half of it closes at 6 PM, which is also when the tournament finishes, or the alternative, which is to get a room somewhere a bit cheaper, like a travel lodge for 80 quid or so, get a Friday ticket, go down on the Friday, have a look around on the Friday, then play in the tournament, then go home. I wouldn't do the 3 days, but potentially the 2 days. I don't know, I'm thinking of it. If you're going to be at the UK Games Expo, whether you're going to be there for just for the event or whether you're going to be entering the Kill Team tournament, let me know, leave me a comment. I'll have to decide quickly because the tickets will sell eventually, right? They're not selling as fast as Warhammer World tickets do, but they are selling, so I have to think about that as well. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you do all the things that I said, subscribing, all the rest of it, that's really helpful. I hope you have a great evening and cheerio.